Kitty. It's time for 999's neutral ending big extravaganza to continue. Like we said in the previous videos, we cut this up because it was too long and there was just too much. So enjoy this part, and you're getting closer to the end of the neutral ending, so stick around for that. Thank you.
You should go get some rest. And Kitty should have put her phone in silent. Is that important news? Should we pause the recording to
No,
reply?
it's okay.
Okay. He lowered June until she was sitting against the bed. Is that actually okay?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
It's my mom.
You're... What a loser. You're... Everybody, Kitty's mom loves her very much. Mm-hmm. Your mom's actually super lovely.
I love my mom.
I love your mom. She's really lovely. Mm-hmm. She nodded once and stared at the floor.
Ooh, dynamic shots in ascending.
Yeah. There were 4 others in the room. Ace, Lotus, Santa, and Seven. They all stared at nothing.
Is that everyone?
That is everyone.
Damn.
Their faces drawn and tired. Well, I mean, okay, well, Ace, Lotus, Santa, 7, that's 4. June, and Junpei, 6. Mm-hmm. And then 3 people
7,
dead.
8, 9, yeah.
And then 3 dead people.
Yep.
After a while, they drifted into the bathroom to see Clover's corpse themselves. Once everyone was back in the bedroom, Junpei walked slowly to the center of it and looked around as the slumped figures gathered there. Who was the first to find the body?
It was 7. Me.
7 spoke from behind Junpei and turned around. 7's hand was up. Why did you come to this room?
To look for Clover. Why else? I found her body in bathroom. Soon after I did, I ran outside. I got to top of stairs by casino and yelled as quickly, as loud as I could. Hey guys, I found her, but it's bad. She's in the bathroom in the first-class cabin. Come quick. Or something like that. Then I went back to bathroom. Ace, Santa, Lotus showed up real soon after that. But I guess you two hadn't heard me or something because you didn't show up. So I took off downstairs to look for you. After that, I mean, you know rest, right?
Junpei nodded and closed his eyes. There was one more thing he needed to ask. 7, there's one more thing I need to ask. There's one more thing I am worried about.
What's that?
When we finished all the puzzles in this room and got the door open, you stuck one of those plates in between the door and the frame, right? Why did you do that?
Come on, didn't I already tell you that?
The answer is yes.
I did so the door would not lock. So we could come back to this room. Oh, you think I did it?
I don't know. That kind of depends on what you say, doesn't it? That's like Junpei little shit. 7 sighed and shook his head.
Follow me.
There were 2 doors standing next to one another.
Is it the safe?
He opened the one on the right. Behind the door was a closet.
Yeah, it's the safe.
7 stepped inside. He stood in front of one of the shelves that filled it and gestured towards a small box. The box was a small metal cube. He looked at Junpei.
This is the reason. This safe. We couldn't open it when we were getting through this room. I figured there must be something pretty important in it.
Like gems and gold.
I couldn't stop thinking about it. Besides, I figured eventually we might figure out what the numbers are for the safe. And if we did, I didn't want to screw around with door 5 again. So I put that plate in the exit door so we could go back in that way. You get it now?
Junpei nodded and looked at the safe. He grabbed the handle and shook it.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Nothing happened. It was as locked as it had been when 7 found it. There was one change, however. Just underneath the safe was a pile of fine reddish-brown powder. Rust. Junpei stared at it for a moment. Had someone opened the safe, dislodging the rust? Junpei left the closet.
He came out of the closet.
7. Oh no! You can't ruin the ship for me, Kitty.
Ruin what ship?
Junpei and June.
He can be bi.
You know what? That's fair.
And Polly.
But you don't come out as bi.
Yeah, you do. I came out as bi.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
And then I transitioned into being full on gay.
I mean, don't prove my point. Don't prove my point. 7 followed him back to the bedroom. It was cold and quiet. No one spoke. They sat, frozen in place by shock and grief and fatigue. The room felt tiny and oppressive, and the thick metallic smell of blood filled the room. Junpei turned and headed for the living room. Anything to get out of there. Was there some other clues, perhaps? Anything that might lead him to whoever had stabbed Clover? He took his time and examined the room carefully. His eyes caught on the door. The door that led to the passageway of door number 5. Behind the door was the dead body of the 9th man. Maybe I should have another look at it, just in case. Quietly, he pushed open the door. The smell hit him like a blow
that's gonna
to
smell
the face.
even worse.
His lungs contracted, unwilling to inhale such fetid air. Acid boiled up from the base of his stomach, churning with what little food was there into a violent froth.
Delicious.
It was too much for him, and he vomited. A thin stream of yellow water and bile splattered onto the floor.
Yeah, there's nothing there. Ooh, yum. Thank you for the focus.
He wiped his mouth weakly and stared at the dead body.
Yeah.
Chunks of torn flesh lay in an arc around the body. What remained of its intestines had slid out onto the floor. The pool of blood that framed it was half dry, but so thick that it had taken on a texture not unlike that of an egg yolk prepared sunny side up.
Delicious.
On the floor next to the broken mass of the man's head lay his glasses, cracks spidering across the lenses. The bloodstains near them had already dried, like scabs on the floor. That was when he noticed. It's gone. His bracelet. It's gone.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It had been there when Junpei had gone through door 5 before. He was sure of it. Right next to the glasses. But now...
It was not.
It was gone. The number 9 bracelet was gone. But why? Why? Had someone taken it? He was turning it over and over in his mind when he heard Seven's voice.
Huh? Where'd Junpei go?
It had drifted out to him from the living room. Junpei walked slowly out of the hallway.
Oh, there you are. Were you looking for something in the hallway?
Seven looked up as Junpei entered the room.
Did you find something?
He thought for a moment before he responded. No, nothing. Technically, it wasn't a lie. He hadn't found anything. In a way, in fact, that was the problem. Something he had expected to find hadn't been there. The 9 man's bracelet.
Where'd my, the pillow go that was on this?
You're sitting on it right now.
Yeah? Oh, my butt's sore. Okay.
What's up?
Well, I wanted you to take a look at something.
What is it?
We must go into the toilet.
Seven led Junpei back to the bathroom.
Oh, we gotta look at Clover.
As Clover's corpse came into view, he felt his heart flip and then fall to the bottom of his stomach.
Hearts shouldn't do that.
Something between a sigh and a groan escaped his lips. What was it you wanted to show me? His voice was hollow and empty.
I searched Clover's body again. I found this.
As he spoke, he moved around Clover's head. They then knelt down and flipped over her right hand.
A note!
What? She was holding a piece of paper.
A piece of paper that doesn't look like it really belongs there, but that's okay.
It's like glowing.
Yeah. I hadn't actually looked at it yet. Didn't want to disturb crime scene, you know? Basic stuff. Since I am detective or something, but nobody knows that in this route, so it's fine. Well, I did borrow one thing.
Huh? He wasn't sure what that meant, but it likely didn't matter. The paper was more important. He picked it up and carefully opened it. There were 2 sentences written on it. Truth had gone, truth had gone, and truth had gone. And now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
What is it? Some kind of secret code?
Seven peered over Junpei's shoulder at the note. Junpei stepped away from Clover's body and into the living room. He began to pace, attempting to decode the note. The first clue was likely the phrase sinister hand. Sinister hand means...
The left hand? I don't know.
You think so?
Is this...
No, there's no right or wrong here.
Oh, okay. The left hand used to be considered like the devil's hand or whatever. So I would think the left hand.
Sinister was a term used in heraldry that meant to the left of the bearer of the coat of arms. The left hand. The left hand. What did the left hand mean?
His left arm!
Junpei looked at his own left arm.
Ah! The thing!
At the bracelet on his wrist. What's wrong, Kitty? Did the darkness of the sinister hand have something to do with the bracelet? What's wrong, Kitty?
Was it ever stated that the bracelet, like, feels the pulse on the hand, and that's why it knows that you're
There
still
are only
alive?
2 ways this bracelet will let go of you.
Yeah, either you die...
Either you walk through door number 9, or your heart stops.
How does it know?
That's an interesting question, isn't it?
Because Snake doesn't have a real arm, so you can't feel, like, the pulse. Yeah, I can feel my pulse right
Did the
now.
darkness of the sinister hand have something to do with the bracelet? He examined the bracelet closely. There were 2 protrusions on either side of the face. The left and right sides of the face. The left and right. Left and right. Right and left. Truth is gone. Truth gone. It sounded funny. What did it mean? Truth gone. Maybe those 2 words. How about reading it out loud? How about switching them? What else could they mean? How about reading them backwards?
Gone had truth, and gone had truth, and gone had truth. No, I don't like that one. We already read it out loud. How about switching them? Does it matter?
I don't think it does. I actually legitimately do not think it does.
Okay.
How about switching them?
Gone
had truth. It made no more sense than the initial riddle. Less even. Clearly switching the words wasn't going to help. Time for a different... Okay.
Reading them aloud.
How about reading it out loud? Junpei said the words to himself quietly. Nothing. They sounded exactly as he had expected they would. Time for a different idea.
How about reading them backwards?
Yeah, I think the third one is the correct one. How about reading them backwards? Gone and truth. Enog and the dirt.
Yeah, no.
They weren't even words. Junpei doubted they had anything to do with the riddle. It was a good try, though.
Not really.
It wasn't, but you know what?
What else could they mean, I wonder?
What else could gone and truth mean?
Gone...
Truth, of course, meant something that was correct, something that was fact. In other words, something that was right.
Right.
It would follow, then, that gone meant left. After all, someone left. After someone left, they were gone. In this case, however, they clearly refer to the directional homonyms. So that means truth equals right, gone equals left. That seemed to make sense. Junpei looked at the bracelet again. At the 2 protrusions on the left and the right of his face. Junpei pressed them in the following order.
Isn't it?
Truth had gone. Truth had gone.
Truth had gone, truth had gone, truth had gone.
Okay, clearly has to start with right.
Yeah.
Kitty, we can actually just do process elimination because it's not right.
It's
not left of left.
No, it doesn't anything that
It's
starts
not
with
left. So it's other. Oh, it has to be this one.
Yeah, right, left, right, left, right, left.
Process of elimination. And then...
What?
One after another, 8 numbers flashed on, then off of the face of Junpei's bracelet.
And then he exploded. The end. Because he
That's-
tampered with the bracelet.
Yep, and that's the neutral ending.
Yeah, we learned a lot, but then we exploded. So.
He checked one more that we still have a lot more to go.
Oh God.
To be sure. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
That's backwards. No, there's no 2. Never mind.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Huh? Hey, what are those numbers?
Junpei didn't answer. He couldn't answer.
I don't know.
He had no idea what they were either.
Yeah.
Besides, he was sure he would forget the numbers and the order they came in if he said anything. 1, 4,
Should
3,
we write
8,
this
3,
down?
4, 2, 1, nah.
Okay.
Muttering the numbers to himself over and over, Junpei headed towards the bedroom.
Oh, it's a safe.
You did it!
Woo. 1, 4, 3, 8, 4, 2, 1, 3,
I really like this
5,
bit.
8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9.
Before long, he found himself in front of the safe again. Its lock was the only device he could think of that required a sequence of numbers, such as the ones he had just discovered. Besides, someone had opened the safe at least once already. Had Clover come to the bedroom to open it? Blah, blah, blah. Junpei slowly dialed in the numbers the bracelet had given him. 1 to the right, 4 to the left, 3 to the right, 8 to the left, 3 to the right, 4 to the left, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, right, left, right, left.
That's one extra right, left.
Junpei heard the small telltale sound of a lock opening. You did it!
You failed.
He grabbed the handle, took a deep breath, and pulled it up. Inside was a piece of paper.
Man, locked doors are heavy.
Yeah.
Safe doors, even.
Yeah. It was roughly the same size as the one Clover had been holding. Junpei picked it up. This is what it said.
This is what it said.
Fact number 1. The nunnery game was played once before, 9 years ago. Fact number 2. The person with the number 2 bracelet attended the game 9 years ago.
Snaku.
Fact number 3. It was planned by the following 4 people. Cradle Pharmaceutical CEO, Gentaro Hongu, Cradle Pharmaceutical Chief of Staff, Nagisa Nijisaki, Cradle Pharmaceutical R&D Supervisor, Teruaki Kubota, majority shareholder in Cradle Pharmaceutical, Kagichika Musashido. I must punish them for the innocent lives they sacrificed. This is the only warning they will receive. That innocent souls might be saved, I now state the truth. 0. Junpei left the closet. Again. There were 5 people waiting for him in the bedroom. Ace, Lotus, Santa, 7, and June. He looked at each one of them in turn, then slowly placed his hands in the pockets of his vest. Sorry, but do you think you could all come with me? Come with you? I want all of you to go to the big hospital room.
Why?
There's something I want to be sure of. What? What the fuck do you want to be sure of? I want to know if the person I suspect is really the culprit.
Wait, then you're saying...
Yeah, I think I've got it all figured out. I know who killed Snake and Clover. The atmosphere in the room changed. Grief was suddenly gone, replaced by attention like a strap of leather stretched to its limit. 5 sets of eyes stared at Junpei. Hey kitty, you're real quiet. How you doing there?
I'm thinking.
He pretended not to notice. Anyway, if you could all please move to the big hospital room, I'll explain everything as soon as we get there. Then, almost as if on cue, the bell began to ring. They all heard it. It was the bell from the clock in the main staircase. It might actually... Wait. 5. It's 5 in the morning.
It's 5 in the afternoon.
And your eyes are the size of the
moon.
round. The bell rang 5 times, then ceased. It was 5 o'clock. They had only an hour left. We don't have a lot of time left. Let's go. So, slowly, one by one, they followed Junpei out of the bedroom. Now, time for one of my favorite scenes in the whole game. Actually, before we get started, I was hoping you could do something for me. Junpei stepped in front of door 3 and turned around. Ace, 7, and Lotus, could you please place your palms on the red?
Huh? Why? If we need to get into the shower room, why don't we just, you know...
No, we're not going inside. Once you've authenticated, step away from the door.
Why?
Please, just do it. reminiscent of the last time he was a shit. Or perhaps you want to know who killed Snake. Or perhaps you don't want to know who... Yep. Too. Or perhaps you don't want to know who killed Snake and Clover. Junpei's implication was clear, and Seven understood perfectly.
Ugh. Fine.
What about you, Ace? Lotus? Very well.
Sure.
1, 7, and 8. Quickly, they pressed their palms onto the red. Once they had finished, they stepped away from the door, as Junpei had instructed. 3 asterisks shone from the red's display panel. Junpei approached it and held his bracelet over the scanner. He made quite sure he didn't place his palm on it, and instead only brought his bracelet near it. Keep this in mind.
Oh.
The 4th asterisk appeared, just as Junpei had expected. It was possible to authenticate without placing one's palm on the red, as long as the bracelet was brought near it. Junpei pulled the lever down. Door 3 opened like a hungry mouth. 9 lone seconds passed.
And then it shut again.
And the door shut, unfed.
Yum, 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 yum.
Junpei walked slowly back to the others, who were waiting some distance from the door, talking to one another. Santa and June had joined them as well. It looked as though they hadn't found the chance to break into conversation yet. As Junpei approached, they turned to look at him, curiosity plain on their faces. Before long, the other 3 did as well.
Let me just check which group chat's going on. I have multiple group chats going on, okay.
Is it vibrating?
No.
Because the mic will catch that. Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
Before long, clearly, we were all expecting some answers.
No shit. Oh my God.
Thanks. Thank you all for joining me today. I appreciate your cooperation. Clearly, they had hoped for something more forthcoming. He continued. By the way, Ace, would you mind if I asked you something? What is it, son? Do you know who I am?
There's a rumor in St. Petersburg.
What? What kind of question? Just answer it, please. Who am I?
Jean Valjean.
You are Junpei. 40601.
24601.
Wait. Oh my god, I was gonna break into freaking Javert's freaking and I am Javert. Do not forget me.
My name.
Do not forget me. 24601.
24601.
You make fun of. It's true.
I'm mostly making fun of Brentful Floss making fun of him. So.
You're not wrong.
It's okay.
You're Junpei, of course. Who else would you be, son?
What if I covered my face?
Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. Actually, I am Santa, bitch. What? Ace's voice was full of surprise, but it was also tinged with confusion and fear. Everyone else looked nearly as surprised. Santa looked especially shocked to discover he was actually someone else. If he spoke, however, the trap would be exposed. Junpei quickly continued. The clothes I'm wearing, I borrowed from Junpei. And the clothes he's wearing are mine. Bitch, we had a little swap. That's ridiculous. Impossible. So, you're saying I am not Santa? Of course you aren't. Why? What makes you so sure I am not Santa? If you were Santa, then door 3 wouldn't have opened just as it did now, son. 1 plus 7 plus 8 plus 3 equals 19. 1 plus 9 would be 10. The digital route would be 1. But the 4 of us just opened door number 3. You can't possibly be Santa. Your bracelet isn't 3. It's 5. Right? Only then, when it was too late, did Ace realize his mistake. What's his mistake, Kitty?
He knows people by their number.
Yeah.
He said it.
I don't know if this was the inspiration for that moment in Dingle Rompers.
Oh, there's a lot of those in Dingle Rompers.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
He set his jaw and glared at Junpei. You're exactly right. My bracelet number is 5. As he spoke, Junpei lifted his wrist up to show everyone the bright red 5 on his wrist. Sorry, Ace. I tricked you.
Aww.
Of course, I am not really Santa.
He's so sad.
Junpei. Who could possibly think I was? It's obvious I'm not. To think I was, ridiculous. But I guess you couldn't see just how obvious it was. I think the C should be the one that's like bolded.
Yeah.
I asked you there before, didn't I? What makes you so sure I'm not Santa? And you answered, if you were Santa, then door 3 wouldn't have opened for us just now. Most people wouldn't say something like that. As their justification for why I'm not Santa, I mean. The first thing that would come to anyone's mind wouldn't be the bracelet number. There will only be one thing they would say. One sentence. You don't have his face.
Way to kick a man while he's down.
Ace, you have prosopagnosia. Am I right?